Hey folks, it's Maxie here and welcome to another TEW2020 video, and boy has a lot changed in this WWF series. We've went all in and yeah, it's went pretty damn weird, so get ready, it's going to be an interesting one. We can see how the future of the wrestling industry is going to unfold. Hopefully this will give us an idea of where we're going, but as always, thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, a wee thumbs up is appreciated. Any comments if you've got a save sub to this or how just your TW saves are going in general. And yeah, if you would like to check out more stuff or other content creator stuff or just get some mods, description below. So it's changed. What's different? So, well, I was just looking at TV deals and we could have actually got on a far bigger network. So the money was paid. We cancelled our deal for WWF All-Stars, or All-Star Wrestling, and 10 years earlier we have WWF Raw. A bit earlier than intended, but I thought, let's just go with it straight away. It's obviously going to completely differentiate away from the way real wrestling went, and with our written contractors, exclusive contractors, quite a lot of them, we've been pushing ahead and we are, really on a tear. One negative, there is always negatives, is the fact that our champion, Curt Hennig, is obviously not in the best of terms with Andre the Giant, and Andre the Giant seems to be doing his best to cause rifts, so half the locker room's against Curt Hennig, so there will be more on that as the show goes on. But yeah, we are closing ever quickly now to the large size of company, just purely on the basis because it's that much more exposure. So we'll book the show, we'll explain as things happen, we'll jump into the main screen, we'll give you an idea of what other things have happened as well. You can see when we done this show last year in the 4th week of April on a Friday, 71 show rating, 37,000, that we're going to smash the attendance. Well, the show rating, I'm unsure, we should hopefully. And it'll be interesting to see as well how different the roster is, so we'll crack on with it. I've went for Chase Field, so we're aiming for a 49,000 stadium. We should be getting about 46, 44,000. I'd say 45 to be safe. Andre is in the card, as you can see here. But yeah, people are missing just Rocky Johnson through injury, so that's why we've moved to Thursdays to make sure that the people that aren't on written deals are here. And yeah, let's crack on with this particular show. A few people missing, but don't need to use everybody. I'll try to get certain people over, and I don't want people on the show just for the sake of it. So here we go. The only negative is Bob Backlund's unhappy. Tell you who's going over there, but it's cool, Bob. You've got to build Hulkamania. So, start off with a Jerry Lawler promo. I finally drilled into my head, no more overness promos, get everything on the entertainment stat, and it's working. Just Lawler talking to the crowd, just saying it's ready for his match up here. 87, he's a babyface just now, just to get that many heels, but obviously the heel Jerry Lawler run will be down the line, and that's good to see. 46 to the 47,000 witnessing the King's promo. His matchup was against Don Morocco, and it was about the had fantastic heat and great wrestling as Jerry Lawler defeated Don Morocco in 11:05 with a pile driver. So a solid 77 to start the show. Lawler's obviously going to be like a main event talent eventually, but I felt as well is getting as many of the main event guys in from other companies can obviously hinder them and obviously help us grow into a much bigger company as well. So good start to there. There isn't too many in terms of storylines going on because obviously I'm trying to book with a slight 1980s mentality, and it's not as if you've got people, the kind of storylines you get nowadays. So yeah, there's kind of just a lot of matches put together, fantasy booking. One guy that's come in way earlier is a man of 1,000 holds, or was it 1,001 holds? Dean Malenko. Just felt like, he could play off at the time. He's a son of Boris Malenko. He's just going to be somebody that's going to be a complete technician in the lower card, obviously, because he's still young at this time. And I bet that had decent reaction from the crowd. And subpar wrestling, Adam McGover, Pat Patterson, and 829 with the Texas Cloverleaf. So a slow build for Dean Malenko. So I'm going to have like a mixture of over-the-top characters, but at the same time there will be like proper wrestlers. And the 52, despite them having great chemistry, shows it's a long way to go for him, but that's his placement. on the card. And what I've done as well, I should probably explain this. Instead of my shows being an hour for the normal TV shows, I've bumped it to an hour and a half for Raw, just to give more time to these guys to help them develop, because I'd be using the main people and just making sure I was gaining pop. So if they can be in the second half of the show, the first half of the show strictly for development purposes. Next up, we had a fantastic heat and good wrestling. And I teamed up Andre the Giant with Ricky Steamboat, trying to kind of get that rub of Andre onto Ricky, get some overness to him. And they defeated the team of Ivan Koloff and Ole Anderson in 12:42 when Andre pinned Ivan Koloff with a body slam. In terms of in-ring work, of course, Andre will be head and shoulders above the rest, and Ivan Koloff was a weak link. Ivan Putski's left as well, by the way. He just didn't want to be here. His morale was too unhappy, and, well, it was obviously going to happen in this mod with 0% backstage. But I need rating for the match is good. Andre just went 84 performance compared to the usual 90 odd, but I can still be delighted with it. As I say, it's not even the main events or anything, so it's a solid mid-card match here. And that got the crowd hotter, despite Ivan Koloff being off his game. You can see the few negatives are all for locker room morale. Hogan cuts a promo off script, just telling everybody to say their prayers, take their vitamins, and he's going to run wild on Bob Backlund. 81. His promos are over. He's been getting 80, some 90 promos. The matches are not, but he's not over. He's still stuck in that kind of high 60s, so we're pushing him. We're trying to get him to Hogan level, but not as easy as of yet. And his matchup had great heat and good wrestling, with Hogan beating Bob Backlund in 1847 with an axe bomber. The 78 rating obviously reflects the fact that he's not as over. Hopefully he'll get a good burst from this. A 66 in-ring performance for Hulkster, 73 for Bob Backlund, and that was also including the fact that Bob Backlund wanted to be protected. Did we actually protect him in the end? No, we just let him be unhappy. Ah well. Next up we have Bobby Heenan, and he is with his client, one member of his Heenan family, Larry Zbyszko. Of course we'll get Larry Zbyszko and Rick Rude. Rick Rude is a long way to develop, so he'll be a while before he's in these kind of matches. But it is basically Larry Zbyszko versus Dusty Rhodes for the Intercontinental Championship. This got a 75. Zbyszko's a man carrying the gold because of the Gino Hernandez situation, and obviously he did lose it because of his injury, and I don't want him to have it again, because Gino is destined for the top. Their matchup had fantastic heat and great wrestling, and had Larry Zbyszko defeat Dusty Rhodes in 1926 by pinfall, Zbyszko making defence number 1 of the IC title. Basically want to make the WWF title feel big, but also want the IC title to feel big as well, so having somebody like Zbyszko beating somebody of the calibre of Dusty Rhodes can certainly bring that effect in. So an 85. When I get a bit more comfortable, I'm going to start using other stipulations in terms of what the match's aims are. Most of them are on regular. Sometimes you'll get Steal the Show, but I will start moving into Epic, etc. once they're all what works with who, and we'll try and claim some. We get those 100 ratings for the achievements, so hopefully we can build towards that. But that's a very solid matchup there for the IC title. In the main event, Kurt Hennig, I was going to say Kurt Hawkins there, Kurt Hennig cuts a promo. It's him versus Bruiser Brody. The big man is over to WWF and he is here to take the championship, but not on Kurt Hennig's watch. That got a 74. Will those styles click though? That's my worry. And it did, actually, which is very surprising. 86 rated matchup. And about that had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Bruiser Brody defeated Kurt Hennig in 1834 by pinfall with a running leg drop, meaning that Bruiser Brody is the WWF World Heavyweight Champion. Both guys were 79. And what's the negatives? Just low locker room morale. So that's always going to be a negative I'm always going to get. So you're probably asking, why did I have Kurt Hennig drop the title so soon? It was never planned, but I just feel with the amount of rifts that Andre has caused against him, it's probably going to be better at one point to just get Kurt Hennig out the door. So he's going to drop down the card and then I'm just going to let him go. It's too many relationships to amend. I'd rather keep it a wee bit realistic in the sense of, right, Andre doesn't want him here. And then when Andre retires or whatnot, we'll maybe look at bringing him back. But it puts the title on Bruiser Brody, and it gives him the opportunity again. Brody can have a long run. That Brody-Andre match could always happen. 84 overall for the rating, and the show will increase pop in 6 regions, which is a bit worrying because we're on Cablevision. which certainly shows on more than 6 stations. So we'll finish the show and jump into the main screen. But overall, that's probably my best ever show, that 84 rating. A lot of them delivered. It's amazing the difference in match ratings once you turn off strict storylines and they just let them wrestle. So anything there that directly affects us, WWF, where are we? Really struck gold with the show. So 11 months to WrestleMania 1, I will be going to that kind of model. So there you can see basically, he's turning the whole locker room against him. So it's going to be a case of you'll go soon. In terms of this, Bruno Sammartino doesn't think Pat Patterson connects with the fans. That's fair enough because Pat's been jobbing out to people. We had 363,000 people watch the show, which was a 0.72 buy rate on pay-per-view. So in terms of size, that's what we're at. We're 3 away with the Tri-State, but we've also got the likes of New England at Mid-Atlantic and Great Lakes are all at 71, so they're closing up, and the Southeast at 60. Means that's the lowest we've got in terms of getting to big. Not large, I keep saying large, it was big. So, and then obviously we can get the benefits for that as well. But so far so good. I've only really, as I say, ran in a couple of places, more so the Southeast and the Tri-State. Just keeping places were popular. Might move into the Great Lakes Mid-Atlantic, even somewhere that can rub off to the Southeast to get that over. So last thing I just want to check while we're here is just the financial situation. So you can see there our profit at the moment is 1.1 million. That is obviously going to drop when you take tax and miscellaneous, etc. We will be in debt this month, purely on the basis of our media. You can see that 1.5 million there. Just the stuff we've been cancelling, but that's fine. As I say, ticket sales are down a little bit, but pay-per-view revenue is up, so it's kind of running the norm. But a small loss is fine, considering, as I say, we did change TV deals. But if we just quickly show that deal for Raw and broadcasting, so you can see that we're on Cablevision for all that there. So that's quite a good few places get to see that. Showing it late night, I might even look to try and see if they can push us up a bit. But there you go, early evening, 69 ESPN, big. Just making sure we cover America. And then after that, I'll seek to go to the likes of Europe, Mexico, Japan, etc. We did decide to give them 70,000 an episode. I felt like the more exposure was worth paying the money. So hopefully we reap the benefits of that. Or reap the benefits, I should say. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's much appreciated. Next episode will be a roundup of May for 1984 as we continue this journey way into, I was going to say into the future, but the past into the present, although the present's 30 odd year away. But we'll get there. That's the plan. So thanks for watching. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye bye.